at the time I couldn't hit zombies. I couldn't kill zombies anyway, so it made very little difference. It just meant that like I could potentially get away from the zombies. That's all that mattered at the time. Alright. Let's get your lights on. Let's see if this starts at all. Because we've got next to no fuel. I know that you can start. You've got 4% fuel. Oh, please tell me that the 4% fuel isn't that low. Hold on. You had 4% fuel. Please tell me it's not less than 4%. Because if this whole time this car has been like gone and there's no hose and I just ran back to it. Oh my god, it's down to 0. Okay. You can sleep in at the night and we'll run for the school in the morning. That's what's going to happen. You turn your lights back off. Okay. Jesus. I guess I'm going to have to get her a fresh water bottle out of the boot and get her some food. I'm hoping she wakes up kind of early. And not too far after dawn, but I was initially planning to... How long are you going to sleep for? Sweet Jesus. We lost half the day. I should have put an alarm clock on for her. Initially, I had planned that when she got to like, you know, about person number 10, I had planned to change her over to a new person if she died at number 10. But I kind of never really got that far so far. Because I was kind of hoping that would happen. We'd get up to number 10 and then we'd change. But now I've lost like most of my stuff back home. I might go through the railway since that was fully open. I don't think it matters. Like there are cars here. Carts, I mean. Hold on. Just for the sake of it, is there a hose? Because if there's a hose, like this looks like it's all wood. Could you imagine if it was just in a rail car this whole time? And then we'd have a car to get up there? Like, I'm pretty sure she's like, she's probably gonna die from her scratches. We'll see. Like using random to generate character traits. Yeah, I like it because it's forcing me to play a bunch of combinations of characters at this time. Like when I was trying 41 over Christmas, very, very quickly my partner locked into a type of character combination that he liked. And it was kind of like, oh, I only want to play that character because I start off with these amazing perks straight off. And like I get getting to the point where like you want your character to have a chance and stuff like that. But at the same time, like I want to kind of experience the pros and cons of each of these characters and stuff. And be like, okay, well, this was good, but in combination with that, it was crap. Or like, I've had a couple of characters that have actually been like really actually okay. And I haven't minded them. Like even High Thirst wasn't really a problem. I think this is a wood. Yeah, a High Thirst wasn't really that big of an issue to me because as much as I still had to find her water all the time and I didn't have water catchers and stuff, I still at least had like, you know, I had quite a lot of pots and pans around the place and I could boil water pretty frequently. It was only really when I left home, but then leaving home wasn't a huge issue either because a lot of the places have a small amount of water in their taps. So high thirst wasn't a massive issue. I could see it being a big issue. Like it would be a lot easier if I had have had a car, filled up the car with a bunch of like empty pots and gone house to house and just filled them up with clean, fresh water, then put them inside at home, then made like a proper rainwater tank or something, so I would have had a pretty substantial amount of water on supply. It would be good. Ironically, this is how far up we were, and I hate that because I could have just turned around and we could have gone up by that much, But, yeah. I didn't mind her high thirst. It was challenging, especially when we were out on the road exploring for that really long walk to the next town. That proved to be quite difficult because I couldn't just drink from a stream, or if I found a store, I kind of had to stop and go and investigate, and I liked the curiosity point of needing to go in and stuff. Oh my god, this is fenced off. Of course it is. Can I go around? I might be able to go around. Oh, that's gonna be the long way. I don't want to go that way because I don't think I'm going to be able to get in on the other side. I like that they put the 2 barricades on that side, though, to prevent trains. Okay, this doesn't look like we're going... It might be. Okay, this isn't the first time we've gone bush, but I was going to say I don't have pants anymore, but I do. I just don't have a jumper, which means she'll be cold. Oh. I don't mind how creatively difficult this is, but there's probably a pretty good chance that she's probably got an infected laceration or something. What the hell is this? Is this burnt? It is burnt. Okay, I'm still going to run up along the fence because I don't want to run too far over. I don't know if you can fix that while we walk. Okay. That's cool. Oh, she's not got a problem. Okay, she might not be dying. I do need to cut across here though. Interesting. Her arm laceration, maybe because she's a nurse? Mind you, I'm so used to the previous one that had slow healer. So whenever she got injured, it would just take forever and a day. I haven't seen burnt out areas or quarantined in houses. That's cool. Oh, hold on. There we go. The game just had a bit of a stroke. Okay. I am enclosed again. Hold on. We gotta go downwards. I just kind of like noticed that. I'm like looking at all the houses and the burnt area here, and I'm like, wait a minute, we gotta go down. I don't actually know how far around this we're gonna have to go. We'll hydrate drill. Hold on a moment. I'll have some more water. It'd be kind of funny if she's not infected and she gets all the way up to like just in front of the library. I'd be so pissed if she died right in front of the library or school or whatever, and I don't actually get a look at it. I think that would just be enough to make me a bit salty about it. What the fucking hell is that? Are those raccoons? What the fuck was that? That was like a cluster of like... What are you? You're... Oh, bunny? Bunny. Okay. I was going to say, I'm like, they don't move like raccoons and they're not moving like rats. There's like 5 or 6 rabbits over that fence. Okay, I'll be honest, I don't know how far this goes, and it's going to be really interesting to see how bad this like impacts us. How about you eat your can of oats while we go for a walk? I know, right? Can you imagine if I had have just turned the opposite way and gone around this whole thing? Or through it with that breakage where we ran away from the one zombie? Mind you, just because it healed doesn't mean that the laceration isn't potentially like an infection point. Okay, so she's had a giant can of oats and now she's thirsty. I don't think I can help you with that, love. I did bring water though. There you go. I do like that she can walk doing a lot of this. I had, the disorganized trait or whatever. That one was just frustrating, where you had to like stop constantly to be able to fix up the inventory and move stuff. That one took forever. Because every time I'd be like running away from something, I'm like trying to get something out or trying to eat something, and I've got to stop and stand still or something. I slept on that lacerations. Don't suffer from nervousness. They're probably not infected. You say that, but like I have noticed like a couple of times that like a day or so later, they out of nowhere will start getting all the other things. It's almost like delayed. But I am genuinely hoping that because she is a nurse and it's healed and nothing else is being a problem and we've eaten, I'm hoping that everything's fine. I'm thinking that this hand is fine, by the way. I patched that up ages ago and I've had a band-aid on it for like fucking ages. Speaking of ages, sweet Jesus, how far are we going? Where am I? Oh my. I should have gone to the water's edge. It's too late to turn around. I'm going to have to walk back all this anyway. There's a road there. I reckon it's going to take me down to here. Alright. Well, let's keep on the... Get some cardio in. Can't hurt her to get some fucking cardio. I mean, it can. She can get exhausted and then I can, like, get into a cluster of zombies. That kind of can hurt us. But, yeah, we've still got a ways to go. If I have to, I'll make her sleep in one of the houses at the end of this thing. I did see it. There was a house. I'll be honest, this wasn't really what I was expecting from going in this direction. Like, this to me, like, no spoilers, but this to me kind of feels like up here was, like, where it started and just, like, broke out from. Because, like, the amount of barricading everywhere seems a little too excessive. I also kind of feel like if my car had been running, I could have at least, like, tried to have rammed that in reverse and just gone through, you know? Or at least been on a road that took me somewhere. I really wasn't expecting this. I was expecting a lot of zombies. Okay, that's what I was expecting. Was a metric fuck ton of zombies because I was going to a town that looks like it's really, really dense. Not wilderness and barricades and nothingness. This was not what I had on the agenda for out here. Oh my god. Please tell me it doesn't go downwards. How far down am I going to be going? Hey, generator. Hello. What are you doing out here? All alone in a field. Incredibly stealable. What did I use for a generator? I think I was just using lightning. I guess there's like a lesson to be had for everybody is just don't stand out in a field looking stealable. Because I will probably come back and steal you later. Maybe. That also looks like a heap of bullshit. Oh my god, where am I on the map? I didn't actually look at where I was. It's gonna take me so far backwards. I just know it. I kind of feel like running back that way and being like, no, fuck this, because I feel like this is gonna take me so far down. And I wonder how bad it would have been that way. Although they should be able to break the fences, right? If there's enough zombies, I'm pretty sure. Being able to... Was it? Walk and do stuff is the most recent 42 update. 42.8. Alright, I'm going to go down here, but I'm not happy about it. Okay? I'm not happy about this. What is down here? Actually, maybe. It could be a lie. It could be a lie. This, like, down the bottom here. Looks like it goes somewhere, but every time I feel like it just goes to, like, this little nook, it ends up going for fucking ever. I'm greatly impressed with whatever contractor they used to put up this many barricades, because I don't think most cities have this much fencing, I'll be honest. And this is all on fire. Was on fire. That's super cool. I'm going to assume that this is some kind of like bombing-esque situation where they were like, oh yeah, either that or like burn the remains to like wipe out the infection. Nobody answered that. But I kind of feel like it's got that kind of feeling to it. There are cars. I've seen somebody start somewhere like this. And I thought it was like a mod. I didn't know that this was a thing that you could have. I also assume that like the roofs can potentially collapse. A brochure. Alright, hold on. What the fuck is this? There's an airport? I thought that was a mod. I've seen a giant shopping center and I've seen an airport. And I thought that was a... Oh god, it's taking me that way, isn't it? Okay. And what is down here? Gin bottle. You know what? We can use that for sterilizing something. Or worst case scenario is water, which speaking of, I should probably top up my drink bottles in this area. This is also barricaded, so I can't get past it. There is a sink there. I might just, there's a laundromat burnt down. I'm just gonna top up my water bottle since I'm here. There's also like a cabinet and stuff. Does this run? Could you imagine if it ran and I had a bar of soap and I'm just out here in this like burnt down suburb and I'm just like, I'll just have a shower? I wouldn't put it past me, but honestly. Where else is my water bottle? I've got one there. I think I put the empty water bottle in the car. So that's a bit of an oops. I meant to take 2 with me. Sweet Jesus. This goes a distance, doesn't it? There isn't even any cars down here, which actually is a little bit interesting. The backpack dude. There are a couple of cars, but there's not like, they're not down on this. Fucking excuse me? The hell is that? Is that like a mega backpack? It looks like a mega backpack with a gun in it. Alright, hold on. Let me just, I don't know how many more zombies are in this area, but I definitely know I'm scoring up with these ones. I just want to be in a direction I can kind of see. I also may or may not have stood on a rat. Quite possibly. I think you might have a fresh vest, and I could really do me a fresh vest. Okay, that's you two. And you look like you've got a hiking backpack of some sort, which might be better for me. And pants. I have pants, but like... Hello, mate. What have you got? I'd like it if camo stuff would assist with hiding from zombies. That is something in all zombie games that I would deeply appreciate being an actual genuine mechanic. Oh, shit. Okay. First up, let's drop that. What is making noises at me? Okay, it's that zombie specifically. US Army walkie-talkie, a whistle. I don't know if a whistle's useful for fucking anything. Elbow pads, dirty. Have I got elbow pads? Let's find out. I feel like side laying down, but I can tell how please don't think both full flushes. No, hey Viking. Here's some ruffles. How are you feeling after the water source stuff yesterday? They elbow pads? Yes. Military pants, desert camo. They are dirty. Military boots. How's my shoes going? I haven't checked for a bit. My shoes should be mostly fine. Oh, no, sorry. They're mostly fucked. These ones are mostly fine. I will wear the new shoes. Wear that. I don't know if the walkie-talkie is useful for anything. We found lots of walkie-talkies, and the only thing I could think of was like dismantling them. For XP and shit. Happily receives ruffles, smiles, no. Let's see. Base coverings. I guess that might help me not get bit as much. Sleeping bag. Interesting. I didn't know you could have a sleeping bag. Huh. Yeah, grab that. I don't know how to put that on her the way that that guy's wearing it, but that's fine. They've all got elbow pads. Those are nice shoes. Hold on, are they nicer shoes than what I grabbed? A little bit. Wind resistance, not so much. Run speed modifier. 100 bite defense, 100 scratch defense. 2 holes, 1 hole. These are slightly better. I will take that. I like the gun, but I don't want to have to use that. What have you got in your bag? Food. Interesting. I don't want to drop everything out of this, but if I could just put this in here for a second. I'd be willing to change over to that. That thing looks like it maybe holds a bit more than this. I don't know for sure if it does. What does it do? Capacity is 28. And I guess I'll find out when I unequip this. It will tell me. Oh, capacity 18. Yeah, no, that's a better backpack. I don't know what that does to my person when she's carrying more shit, though. Equipped on back. I'm guessing if she picks up something and it's heavy, I imagine that it's not great for her. Now, I kind of want almost everything to go into that. This can go on the ground. I don't know how to equip that. Oh, attach to backpack bottom. Nah, figured it out. Okay, U2, the radio transmitter, the shoes, the light bulbs. They can all get out of my backpack. Well, out of my inventory. It's coming on to nighttime too, which is horrible because I don't really want to be running around in the night. I'll leave the one rag, the pen. I'll leave the flashlight there, and I should probably need the fire axe. Okay, I didn't select everything properly. Not that. Gin. A flashlight. That. All that shit. I want to chuck this into my actual backpack. There we go. Alright. Also can be used to lure zombies to your location. I figured it's like the same kind of principle as just like yelling and stuff. But like, I have not yet had like a situation where that's been beneficial for me. So I haven't bothered yet. I will take that because I want to disassemble it. The bulletproof vest I was really hoping was going to be better quality. But it's really not. And now it's getting dark. My weapon is also broken, so I guess we're walking into the night. It's not great. And she's getting cold too. That was not ideal. I kind of need a house that she can sit in. Or somewhere that she can sit for the night. But I guess we're just going to be doing what we did last time and going for a roam. And hoping to find where the fuck this fence stops. I guess she can just stand up and run. The problem is she's getting ridiculously tired, and I think that while I do not know for a fact if that can kill her, I do think that eventually it can impact her to a point where it causes her to die. And I will find that one out when like we come to it, because I'm pretty sure I've come to a point where I've been like super stupidly tired a few times and it's a problem. So we'll find out. But it would be really nice to find like where this fence kind of ends. I'm going to stay near it so I can see it during the night, because I'm pretty sure this should be getting into like, yeah, half moon. It's going to be dark. It's not going to be dead dark, but I'm going to be helping. At least there's not many zombies out here so far. Like, getting the different boots and getting the backpack is probably helping. She does have a sleeping bag. I would like to try using the sleeping bag. I've, I think I kind of knew that they are a thing, but I thought that they were like a visual novelty. Kind of like with the dying from eating burnt food thing, you know? So, I wasn't sure. Oh, no, mate. I can't fight you. I could probably get them to bow this wall if I stood here long enough, but it is really dark. And then I'd have to get them to bow the other side. Because I know that they can push over the fence and break it. And that would allow me to go through two fences and be on the other side without running around this. But I figured this bullshit should have like a ending point at some point, you know? Because like if it doesn't, that's a bit rich, you know? Imagine that. I just run until we run out of food and drink and freeze and am tired and stuff. Like if it gets to morning, I don't know how I feel about the prospect of like laying her down on the ground and just letting her sleep out here in the middle of a field, because I feel like that's how you get eaten by zombies, right? But I also kind of feel like this should end. This fence shouldn't go all the way to the end of the map. Like actually, hold on. I actually don't know. It might. I don't believe it should, but it might go all the way there. Here's hoping it doesn't. Also, I didn't know that you could put the backpack there. That's cool. Either way, my bat is broken. So I'm gonna have to use my fire axe, which I guess nice, you know, because I did go all out of my way to go and get us a fucking axe. And you know the funniest part about that fucking axe? I found the hatchet pretty quickly down near like the logging place. But the actual fire axe, it was inside of one of the cars, one of the boots that were like right there at like the wood place. I could have probably just checked their boots and found it in there and then have just left. You know, she also looks like she's kind of glitching through that fence, by the way. I was sort of hoping that she was going to, because at least then I'd be on the inside. Mind you, I'd probably just be trapped in there with like fuck knows how many zombies and have to run back through there. But it would be slightly better. Be slightly better than being stuck on the outside. If this takes me to the airport, I also will be very unimpressed. We'll find out. My character freezed to death. Thought it was minus 16 degrees in a blizzard, so you're probably fine. Yeah, see, I've seen the little snowflake thing appear to suggest that it's cold, and I have seen in videos on YouTube where it is snowing in the game. So I know that it can get to a point where snow happens, and somebody did tell me that like you can start sneezing and stuff, and as you wander around, you sneeze and you cough, and that gives away your position. And that's really cool. Not great for obviously playing the game, like you kind of nearly got to stay home sort of thing so you don't accidentally get like caught by a zombie or sneezing in a pharmacy or something. But like, yeah, in the case of like, I don't know, where I am, we're in what, October, so that's what, American autumn. I think there's still maybe 2 more months before it starts getting snow, I would say. I don't know specifically when like America snows and shit, because we don't have snow here where I am, but I imagine that that's roughly when it's going to happen. And by then I'm going to want my sweater back. Oh shit. Nope. I don't think I can back out of this group. Nope. I was too far out. I don't think I can get out of this. Fuck. Nope. Oh, yeah. Wow. I never got to the end of the fence. I'm so glad I didn't pack up and sleep out here, though. I got used to the fact that nobody was on this side of the fence, and I was safe. We get snow from like November to March. Alright. So it'd be like about another month in game. This is where I am in America. Yeah. Oh man, I think that that's the end of this person and this map. I wanted to get into town. I kind of expected this to fast forward. I guess it does after that goes away. I never assume safety. Big off though. Yeah, it was just like, I don't run around at night though, Prelink. Like, I normally don't go outside at night when it's like this dark. I normally try to like bunker down. But because the car had got abandoned so far back, we ran out of fuel and I didn't have a hose, I couldn't get the other car that was there that did have fuel and was perfect. This was the result of that, is I just ran. I'd love to be able to look at my map here, but I wasn't expecting this. This was new. Also welcome in, Prelink. But yeah, if this hadn't been here, I was just down the road from the school and stuff, so yeah. If I could have just broken that fence and like barreled through, I think that would have been it. But since I've lost most of my inventory back home, and I think it's maybe time to start a new save. So obviously, since we're basically like really close to the end of stream tonight, that's not going to happen tonight. But hopefully next week we'll maybe commence a new save and I'll start with a random character again. I'll randomize it a few times and see if I can get one that's got random stuff, but like maybe more things that I sort of like, and just see how long she can last. But yeah, I'd like to kind of like start again and have a crack at getting some skills and have a crack at like being able to have one person have some skills, because so far I've got like 2 or 3 people their skills back up and then they've died again, and I keep going back to the beginning, and that's okay, this has been experience. But like now that I know that back home half my shit's gone, and the whole point of trying to get the book for the generator, and I don't have the generators, like I sort of just want to try again. I don't want to obviously try from up there. Like if I was to have a look at like maps, for instance, not mods, sorry. Nah, fuck off. I clicked on that by accident. See, builder. So if I was going to grab a new map, I think we were in West Point. From the map, I kind of got used to where that was. We did explore down to Meldrog, whatever the fuck it's called. And we were trying to get up here. And I think it was taking us all the way over here. I think this is fully fenced. I wanted to know if I had have just, because we were there. We were like right here, give or take, right? Or no, we were train yard. Sorry, we were here. I think if I could have crossed the road and gone around the fence along the waterline, I would have liked to have seen what was up there, because I haven't been and I don't know what's up there and I don't want spoilers. But I think if I were to start in here, I don't think there's a way out. And all I wanted to see for myself was if that was a school or not. Because if it was a school, it would have the books that I wanted. But if I'm going to start again, I might maybe start with here. I don't know if it's identical maps each time. I assume maybe it is. If that's the case, I would have like a bit better idea of this place. I don't know if I'd take the place up there again or not, because it was so far out of town. Because it was so far out of town, I wasn't really bothered by zombies, which is kind of nice. And actually, looking at the symbol here that suggests that there's a grocery store over there explains why that corner was fucking bullshit. I had like this X'd out, like don't go. So, yeah. Maybe we don't go over that corner. But yeah, this will be like next week, hopefully.